Welcome back. So we're turning the spotlight on leading women in South Africa during Women's Month. One of them is Sinayo Securities founder and CEO Babalwa Ngonyama. She was last year named chair of the Council of the University of Cape Town. She joins us now to discuss how South Africa can develop women leaders. Ms. Babalwa, good morning and thank you very much for your time.
Morning, Fundo.
It's nice to have you with us. You know, you are heading a black-owned, female-led, JSE-listed financial services company. It's honestly a rarity still. But do you believe we are making progress in ensuring that there's more participation of women in such sectors?
We are making progress, but at a slow pace. There is a lot of work that we need to do. And that work is required from both men and women. So, and the biggest for me, I say, if we can change men's attitude, we can go far. Because remember, Mfundo, men are our leaders. They are still leading these corporates. If at the center of their strategy, it's women development, we can actually transform our country much quicker.
So we cannot do it alone and push for the transformation that we want to see. But as for government, though, insofar as legislation is concerned, are you comforted there that you're seeing some sort of transformation agenda in that respect?
The legislation is there. The legal system is there for us. What is lacking there is the implementation. What government needs to do is to ensure that they use the levers like licenses that they have, you know, and implement on regulation and challenge corporates to show them the results. We don't see enough of that push from government. No.
And then let's go to Sinayo. Talk to us about some of your focus areas, particularly the Funda project.
Yes. So when I started Sinayo, I decided to lift as I rise. And I made sure then that as the organization grows, we bring in at least 20 young professionals. So what we do with them, we actually put them into a mentorship program, and they work together with other professionals, but who are advanced in their careers. The objective is to advance the development of women in the financial services sector. We want women to rub shoulders with women leaders and men who are leading. So the men come in, they mentor and coach women. So we put them in a classroom at least once a quarter, and we have mentorship lunches, mentorship dinners right through the course of the year. Even now on the 26th of August, we will be having one of those mentorship functions.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Have you been seeing meaningful results there? Because, you know, sometimes you have those situations where you have incubation programs, you send a few people there, but after that you don't see them actually utilizing some of the tools they were equipped with. So are you seeing meaningful change in some of these young people's lives where they're putting to use what they were taught?
We've seen excellent result. It's unbelievable what you see, because what we do, we have 20 who are either unemployed looking for jobs, but they have their degrees, or if they are employed, they are not happy where they are, they want the job. All of them, we are on 60 now in terms of the number of women that we have incubated. All of them are working today. You know, what that program does, it makes women believe in themselves. We give them tools to remain positive, to have that positive posture when they go to interviews, and to believe that they can do it and understand that they are the masters of their destiny and no one can stop them from that. As women, remember, we are the creators. You know, we've shown it many times. We create, we make things happen around us, and therefore we should not allow anybody really to stop that creativity from happening. So we see that a lot from Project Funda.
So what do you say to women that have become or grown tired of attending some of these seminars? What is the value of gathering in one room with strong women, or being in the presence, consistently so, of women that have done it, that have gone ahead and made it for themselves? How important is that type of a setting for young people?
It's extremely, extremely important, because even myself, as mature as you may think I am, other women center me. There are times when it's dark. I don't know how to move forward. But once I have discussions with them, they actually show me the north. you know. So you leave a room now in a much better space, having had a discussion with other women. But also what is more important for young women is that they then learn from us such that they don't make the mistakes that were made. It is a fool that learns from her own mistakes. A wise woman learns from other people's mistakes.
Powerful.
You see, so that's what is important about mentorship. We allow them to sit on the shoulders of the giants, and then they see further than us. And in that way, we're living the legacy. And in that way, we're building the next generation of women leaders. They must see very far and make sure that and what is nice about young women, they are much more innovative than us. You know, so they bring the side that an older or traditional woman would not bring, because we get comfortable in our experience. We do things the same way. But once you interact with a younger woman, you find that she takes that experience from you, but she brings in innovation, and then she can go very far.
So how does one partake? If somebody's listening at home, young, they've got a degree, they're not working now, but they need this level of motivation, how do they partake in this program?
You go to sinayo.co.za, and then there is Project Funda on our website, definitely. You know? Or you can go to Babalwa Ngonyama Foundation, .coza, and you will see a whole host of Project Funda projects there. There's an opportunity for you to register your name. We will certainly come back to you. You know. We have a session happening on the 26th of August where we are bringing both men in leadership and women in leadership to engage and mentor young women of Project Funda.
Because we mustn't leave the young men behind as well. Let's talk about your other role at UCT. First, a female chair of council in a century.
Yes.
Talk to us about that. How challenging was it? It's lockdown, it's COVID. How challenging was it to step up in that role?
It's very challenging to lead as a woman, you know. That's a reality that we face, because firstly, you have to prove yourself.
True.
You know. So I found that things that were accepted from my predecessors, for me, I have to make sure now that I do times two. You know, decision that he would make, and people say it's okay. I would be questioned for those decisions. You see?
So you're not even, as a woman, allowed to even make mistakes. There are certain mistakes men are allowed to make, or incorrect decisions. But in this case, you always felt you've consistently had to be thorough and justify each and every decision beyond what your predecessor had to do.
That's a challenge. But guess what? It is the men of UCT who stood up for me. And they say, this is our chair of council. We do not agree with this, and it is not going to happen under our watch, you know. So the leadership of the council of the university then has been much easier in that way, you see. And it is also, we have women in the council who are in the majority. They came together and they're saying, we are going to lead, and it is in our interest that you succeed. So I'm not leading alone. I've got a lot of support from both men and women in that space. And we are leading during very interesting times.
No, most certainly very, very interesting times, and ones where we're looking to move into the hybrid manner of learning. So it's very, very interesting times, which will need a lot of innovation. But just in closing, your message for Women's Month, what would you like young and old women to hear from you?
Okay. Let me start with men first. I want to say to men, we can't do this alone. We need you men to embrace women. Make sure that you include them in your agenda. Fight for women. Understand women's challenges. What I want to say to women, believe in yourself, you know, and maintain a positive posture. Don't allow anyone to bring you down. You know, you are the creator. Create and own that space. If you are alone in a room where it's full of men, know that you belong there, actually.
Yes.
Many people fought for you to be there. You have the right, you have earned it, and go out there and represent us well.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Ms. Ngonyama.
Sure.
And you are a true example of what a strong woman is. That is CEO and founder Babalwa Ngonyama speaking to us.